This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, now like when you see the service now, like if you say there is an incident here, and if you click on create new, it is opening a form. In the form, it contains like multiple fields. The fields are like you can see number is like one type of field, and color is like one type of field, and category is one type of field, subcategory is one type of field, service is one type of field, short description is one type of field, contact type is one type of field, state is one type of field, and urgency is one type of field. So we are okay. So whenever you are creating a table, first of all, you need to think about the data model. What is data model? Don't think about too much about the data model. You just need to think data model is nothing but how you are structuring the table and how you are mapping the relationships between the table. How you are structuring the table and how you are making relationship between the table. So whenever someone is giving some requirement, how you can create a table. How you can create a table. So when you opening incident form, you can see like there are several fields here and how you design this form. So for that, every form is starting from table only. So the structure is like how we can design this form is, first of all, table. From the table, form. And form contains fields. So this is what we have to follow. And this table data, where it will store? It will store in the database. But ServiceNow is a cloud. We don't have a database internally. But they will maintain from virtually. They will maintain virtually. So ServiceNow using the database MySQL.
Krishna, I have a doubt over here.
Yeah.
You said that the data will be stored, right? Virtually, in the sense, like, what is the meaning of virtually, like, Krishna?
Virtual is like we are saying ServiceNow is a cloud. Okay. So virtually in the sense like, for example, you have a computer in your home. So for your computer, we have a CPU. So whatever data you are putting it in your computer, that will be stored in your hard disk, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Okay. Yeah. True.
Okay. Like the same, yeah, like the same. The ServiceNow people will maintain somewhere like you are accessing our instance here, but this data will
Yeah.
be stored in the somewhere like San Francisco, somewhere where they are maintaining the servers. There the data will be stored. So there they are maintaining the database, but we are accessing the network here using that URL, like how you are accessing a Gmail, where the data will be stored. So virtual is nothing but they are maintaining this database somewhere, not in your network. That's what my assumption. Okay.
Okay. I mean, so like, if you like, if there is a question for us, so where the ServiceNow data will be stored, so what should we say for this? I mean, we should say, is it a cloud? ServiceNow a separate cloud for that? Is that we
Yes.
should answer for?
Yes. Yeah. ServiceNow is separate cloud,
Okay.
like
Okay.
there is a Wakta. So
GCP. Yeah.
they are storing somewhere. That's it.
Okay. Because
It's a very
my because, okay. Fine. Thanks.
it's very simple. Okay. People are thinking about like cloud. What is cloud? There is no cloud. It's a like how you are maintaining your computer and your CPU in your home. Like the same, it is happening, but that will be happening in somewhere in some location. That's what we are saying a cloud. That's it. Other than that, nothing is there. You got my point?
Sure. Yeah. I got it.
Any other questions? Questions are very important for us. Why? Because these questions only will come in the interviews. Remember every time. Okay. Now, how this form we are going to design? First of all, we need to create a table. After that, we need to design a form with the help of the fields. We have a different types of fields we have. Most probably, we will use like some kind of string fields. This is the string field with the length is 400, and this is the reference field. Wherever you can see that reference icon here, this is a reference field. Okay, and this is the choice field. And you need to remember one more point. String field also we can make as a choice. How we can do it, we'll see later. But remember, string field also we can make as a choice field. How we can do it later, we'll see. And we have a date field. Wherever you see the field type, something like this, skills there, watch list, there's just something you can see, 2/bucket here. Wherever you see the 2 boxes here, we can say that one is /bucket, and this field is watch list. There is the icon, it is coming here. This one we call it as a list field. Okay. Now we'll see how to create a table. So very easy, very simple. Okay. So ServiceNow is very simple. Whatever you want to do with the ServiceNow, you just need to go with the filter navigator. Just type table here. Once you type the table and you just come down, you can see there is a table under system definition. Click on tables. Once you click on tables, click on new. So by the way, we need to know that table backend name is sys_db_object. Table backend name is sys_db_object. What I mean is like in database, the name will be stored like this, but in user friendly, we have a table only. So the same, click on new. Okay, so don't consider that error. So once you click on new, you can see there is a label, there is a name, there is extents table, there is application, create module, create mobile module, add module to menu, new menu, and there are 3 sections: column section, control section, application access section. Here the label is, it's a user friendly name. How you are looking the incident? We have an incident table, but the backend name is different. So how you are seeing that incident, how you are seeing your table, that is the label user friendly name for us. So you can say we can create the table called what we can create custom finance management will create. Once you give that label, the name will get automatically populated and the finance will get automatically populated. Once you are creating a table, you should remember one menu will create, one application menu will create, and one module will create. So whenever the table is created, one application menu will create and one module will create. Right now I am creating a table called finance management, and whenever you are creating a table, the name will get automatically populated. This one will be stored in the database, and this name will be you are using when you are working with the code. Okay, name will be used when you are working with the code. Okay, now what is extensor table? The extensor table is nothing but it's some kind of inheritance concept. For example, I have a table A. In table A, I have 50 fields and 10 scripts. The scripts contains like whatever it may be. You can consider EA policies or client scripts, whatever it may be, etc. And there is a table B. There is a table B. In table B, I'm going to create a new one. So my table B extending table A. So whatever the fields we have here, whatever the scripts we have here, that will come in table B plus. You can do your customization. You can do your customization. It is some kind of inheritance. So extended table, when you give any table here, that table fields will come in this finance management table. Application. The application is like we have a different types of applications. If you are in the global, you can access over the global. If you are something like if you are creating any custom table, that will be in the custom table, custom application. We'll see that later what is custom application. And create a module, create a mobile module. So if you see, this is the incident is the application menu, and create new, assign to me, open unassigned, these are all modules. So if you make that create module is true, this one module will create. and create mobile module. Create mobile module is ServiceNow is having mobile application also. If you want to create module in the mobile application, you need to make sure create module mobile module is true, and it will create a new application menu. So in the new application menu, like how we have incident, like the same, you will get the finance management here, and under that finance management this module will come. But if you don't want this new menu name, you can remove it and you can add this module into any of the application menu. Okay, is it clear till now? Any doubt? These are basics. You should be the strong in the basics. Is it clear? Any doubt? Anthony, Bayo, Shabarish, Sharat, Sriza, Bhargavi, Kirti, Omkar.
So
Any doubt? Are we good?
Krishna, like when we creating a table, so should we write anything that in JavaScript, or just drag and drop?
No. It's a just drag and drop.
Sure,
If
sure.
you know the .NET, then it's quite easy for you.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just drag. .NET, like using the Visual Studio, how you will drag it, the fields, the text
Okay.
box or drop down or whatever, how you will drag it, like the same you will
So
do it. You can see today itself.
okay.
But I know your question. But in .NET, we have to write some kind of C# code to do the manipulations, right? That's what your doubt. The next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that also, ServiceNow is provided some scripts. We will use that to do the validations and all. Okay. So now we have created now we have a table, and in column section we have a fields. Whatever the fields you are creating, it will come here, and we have a controls. In the controls we have like extensible, live feed, and auto number. So what is the use of extensible? What is the use of live feed? What is the use of extensible and what is the use of live feed? The extensible checkbox is whenever you want to extend. For example, in the finance management, you are extending another table here. You want to push the table in this extends reference box. Make sure your extensible is true. For example, in extensive table, you can put the table which is having that extensible is true. If you don't make this extensible is true, you will not able to see the table in extensive table. For example, in extensive table, I can see multiple tables here. Why? Because for all the tables, extensible is true here. For other tables, extensible is true here. But if you don't make that extensible is true, you will not be able to see that table in extensible table. Okay. And the auto number, live feed. Live feed is something like a social media. Whatever you're doing it, you can see the post in the social media. Like we have a live feed module here. So in the live feed, you can see some kind of social media. If you make that live feed is true, whatever the updates you are doing in the service now, you can able to see that here. Okay, see there is a company feed. Everything whatever you're doing it, you can able to see here. Coming to the auto number. The auto number is when you create a new record, create new, it is giving one number 10027. Again, click on create new. It is generating another number 28. So every time the number is automatically incrementing. When you make this auto number is true, when you make this auto number is true, it will display three fields. One is prefix, one is number, and one is number of digits, and create access controls and user. So ServiceNow, the entire ServiceNow is managing with the roles. The entire ServiceNow managing with the roles. So any user want to access this table, they need to have a u_finance_management role. And the access controls, it will create three access controls. The three access controls is like create, write, read, delete. We'll talk about that access controls later. There is a big concept ACLs. Okay, so the FIN 000, something like how it is coming like INC 001027, like the same, it will generate a number for the finance. Application access. The application access is like applications accessible from. You can access the table for all application scopes, so that we are in the global. So we have a remaining applications like benchmark client, benchmark common, change management. All the applications can access this table if you make that accessible is all application scope. If you make this application scope only global tables can able to access it. Only global tables. Other tables will not access. Okay. So if you are giving access to the all application scopes, again you are differentiating. Are you giving read access? Can read is true. Are you giving create access? Create is nothing but you need to create a new record. Can create true. Are you giving update access? They want to enter something and they can update the incident. They can update the finance management. So you have to create. You have to put can update is true. So you are giving delete access. They can able to delete the record from the finance management. You can make it can delete it. And allow configuration. That allow configuration is, for example, you want to design a form, you want to design a new form and you want to add some fields and you want to do something, you can allow configuration is true. And whenever you are doing with integrations, you have to make that allow access to this table via web services is true. For integrations we will use. Any doubt till here? Any kind of doubt, even any doubt, whatever the doubt coming to your mind, any doubt you can ask.
Krishna, how tables are integrated with incident?
How tables are integrated with incidents? Incident is a one table. Incident is a one table. So there is no integration with the table and incident. Incident is nothing but one table in ServiceNow. Questions, please. Questions, please. Thanks, Shabarish, I think, right? Questions, please. Questions, please. Any questions? If you don't have any questions,
Krishna, can you show me how to create a table? Can you show me like new record once more, one more time?
new record, we have given information. We just need to save or submit it.
Okay. Okay.
The table name is already okay. Some kind of online education table will create online education. Online education table I am going to create and save it. So click on the table and provide the information. Okay, so table is created. So whenever the table is created, ServiceNow will automatically create 6 fields. But if you make this auto number is true, it will create 7 fields. Okay. What are all those fields? Created by. Created by is who is created the record, and created when the record is created, and sysID. SysID is nothing but every table we have some unique that you do with ID. Like how you will differentiate that this is the record, this is the record. For example, 1000 records are there. How you will identify uniquely? By using the number you can do it. But there is another way you can identify each record in ServiceNow using sysID. SysID is a 32-bit unique ID. Every service now, for example, this table is having some sysID. See, copy sysID. And if you are going to create any record, that record contains a sysID. See, copy sysID. So anything in ServiceNow you are going to identify with the sysID. Updates. Updates is how many updates happen to this table. A record updated by. Who is updated by this record? Updated. When it is updated, and number. Number is nothing now. Okay. So you have created an online education table. So if you type online education, it should create one application menu. Oh, we forgot to change that application menu. Okay. So it is creating one application menu, and it is creating one module, online educations. But you don't have any fields here. Okay. Once you create a table, and whatever the table you have created, put that word here, online education, whatever it may be, whatever you are creating, and then click on the module. Once you click on the module, you can see the list view. This is the list view, but 0 records, no records to display, and create new. Once you create new, it will give you number, and you need to design a form. Right click on the form, configure form design. Configure form design. Once you configure the okay, once you configure the form design, there are 3 ways to create a fields on the form. Remember, create fields on the form. One is from form design, one is from form layout, the other one is directly you can create fields on table itself. So we are learning now creating a field from the form design. So whenever you get into the form design, you can see some of the components. So what are the fields you created that will come here? And every form is having multiple views. The views are like default view or self-service view. We'll see that later. And which table you are going to design, the table will come here. Whenever you are designing a form, remember, you should remember again and again for which table you are designing a form. See here, online education form I am designing here, online education. The people are doing mistake directly. They are coming to the form design from the table. How you know? Like table. So in the table under system definition, click on the table. Open one table here. I'm asking you to design the form for the online education table. But what they will do, you know, like from here itself, they will click here, they will go to the form design. And they are creating the fields in the table, not the online education. Clearly it is saying, see, table. You are not going to design a table. This is a blunder mistake in ServiceNow. Don't do that. I'm asking you to design form for online education. So what you have to do is directly you can click on design a form from here. It will take you to design a form. See, now I am designing a form to online education. For online education, what kind of fields we need to create? Can I have a data model? What fields we need? And by the way, before that, the fields, whatever the fields we have in the form, so we have those fields created by, updated by, updates. But field types, we have many field types. We have an audio field type, we have a calendar, we have a choice, we have a currency, we have a data structure, we have a date, we have a date time, we have a duration, we have a file attachment, we have a floating point number, we have a FX currency. You people can test, like you can drag it to the audio, how the audio field you see, like you can say audio and drag it to calendar date and time. So here like calendar date and time. We have to change this also, name and all. I will tell you that later. But each and every field you should know by dragging to dropping. Like you just need to hold the right click and drag this field. Test a choice. And this name will be stored in the database. This name should be always start with U underscore and small letters only, no capital letters. If you give the capital letter, the field will not save. And you have to create choices like test 1, test 2, test 3. Save. So each and every field, how it is working, you can check it here. Okay. But right now I want to discuss some of the fields for online education. The data model is what are all the fields we required? What are all the information we required to attend the online class? Name, first name, last name, email, contact, address. What are all the required? Course type. Any other thing?
Cost.
Like description, brief description about that. sorry,
Cost.
cost. Yeah, cost and description. So what type of fields we can create? In ServiceNow we have a multiple fields. Yeah, go on.
Language as well, language.
Yeah, language. We can say preferred language. So this is the some testing table we are going to create. In the next class we are going to make like a more robust table, real-time table we are going to create. We are trying to implement the project from tomorrow, but right now learn how to create a table. The name field I gonna create like some reference. Yes. But actually I was giving training. Yeah, yeah, you can call me tomorrow morning. Okay. Now, why we are creating the name field? Whenever you say the name in the service now, the people name, we need to create a reference field. The first name is string, last name is string, email, string, contact, string, address, string with 400 length. Course type, choice. What courses we can use? Something like some Java or ServiceNow, Okta. Three we will give. And the cost, what is the cost of that course? Everything we can say like $400. This is like string again. We can give currency also. Description is like we have a one more field like short description. String with 140 length. Description is like string with 1000 length. Preferred language, we can say like choice or string with choice. We can say string with choice. I told you, right? String also we can make it as a choice, like English, French, Spanish, German. Any other? Arabic. Any other? French, Spanish, German. No, that's enough. Arabic. Okay. So these are the fields. And start date. Is date field. Type is date. The first one is name. So name field, I talk about the reference. Whenever you say the reference, that is reference to the another table. So name, u underscore name, always small, and which is referenced to in ServiceNow all the user information stored in the user table, nothing but sys underscore user. So you have to select the year sys underscore user. Okay, don't think like I am not able to find the sys_user. After this text index, you can find the sys_user. Okay, and what? Okay, Murli, fine. You are saying like name is a reference to the user. What is the use of creating a reference field? The use of creating a reference field is to make relation between two tables. To make relation between two tables. For example, I am in like online education table. I have user name field here. Coming to that name field, I have a first name, last name also. And this is reference to the sys_user table. So whatever the information there in the sys_user table, I can use it in my online education table. For example, even in sys_user table, we have a first name and last name. That information, when I select the name, I want to populate that first name and last name information here. Online education table, first name and last name, I can populate that. For example, I have 100 fields in the sys_user. The 100 fields information, I can use it in the online education table. Like how we are using it in the extensive table. Extensive table is nothing but directly all the fields will come to this table, but by using the reference, we are just using that information in online education table. That's what the reference. You will get to know later. Don't worry. The next one. The next field is first name string. See, we have to create new fields from the field type. First of all, you need to take the field type. String. First name. u_first_name. Like the default value is like if you make any default value, you will get the default value there, and the max length is like right now it will accept the 40 characters. If that name first name is more than the 40 characters, you should increase it like 50 to 60. And you can make that field is mandatory. You can make that field is read only. How I will tell you, is there any dependent is there, you can give the dependency. And for the string fields you can create a choice also, but I don't want. Right now first name is first name and save it. If you see the form, go back to the online education. So go here, type online. So online education came, click on that, create new. You could see 3 fields. One is number and name and first name, but I don't like this. See, this is one column layout. The fields are coming as big ones. I don't want that. My client is asking, hey man, create 2 column layout and my field should be too small, and I want to see the fields left side and right side. So go to the form layout. See here there is a 1 column. Make it to 2 column and give this name here and save it. Now you can see bit good form. Like reload it. See, but here there is another problem here. Like there is a number is automatically generating, but there is a possibility to change the user that number to be like 1005, 1006, whatever they want. The fancy numbers they will put it here in the number field. But clients don't want to give that option to the user. Why? Because if they are changing, there is no accountability. So we need to log this field. We need to lock this field, or you need to make this field as a read only. How we can do it is go to the form design, click on this settings icon, make that read only is true and save it. Now you go here and reload it, you can see that number to be read only and locked down. Locked down, not locked down. Locked down. Okay. So number read only. And my client is saying like without giving the name, users are submitting the record. Like first name I can give Krishna, and I'm not taking any name and submitting. What my client is saying, hey man, some of the people not giving name in the form and they are submitting the record. So client is asking, put name field should be mandatory. Put name field should be mandatory. Okay. So once you make the name field should be mandatory, it will not allow you to submit the form. It will not allow you to submit the form. Like right now, I can give some information and submitting it. But if I go here and I can make it mandatory and save it and go here and open on form. Now without submitting the name field, you cannot submit the form. So you have to select the name here.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, is it possible they can put in their user ID and it populates their first name and their last name automatically?
Yes, we can do that. But there is a concept called client scripts. I'm gonna teach you that functionality in that concept.
Thank you.
When you select the name here, the first name Abel will auto-populate here directly. There is a concept called client scripts. We'll talk about there. Now I can able to submit. But see here in the list view, I can see only number. I don't want to see, I'm not able to see other fields. What you can do is go to the settings icon. For yourself, you are making this form to be more readable, more understandable. So get the name field here, get the first name here and save it. Okay. Now the next field I want to create last name string. Quickly wrap up. Go to the form design. Last name, u underscore last underscore name. Last name string and save it. And the next field, email. And the next field, email. That is also string. U underscore email. See, when I try to give the capital here, when I give the capital and try to save it, the field will not submit. See, the field is not submitted. Why? Because in the name field, you should start with U underscore and all the letters are small only. Email, U underscore email. And the next field is contact string. U underscore contact. And the next field is address string, but it's a 400. But it's 400. And go back to the form and see how the form would be like. Address is fine, name is fine, last name, contact is fine. And the next one, course type is choice. Go here, choice. And course type, U underscore course type. And the choices are like ServiceNow, but here this should be like fine, that's fine. Oh, Okta, and we can say some other Python. And here I want to put my default value should be Python and drop down without none. If you make that drop down without none, it should be default value should be Python and save it.
Krishna, I have a doubt over here.
Yeah, tell me.
So you are told like choices like 3, right, by default. Like what we are the chances to increase the choices?
Yes, you just need to click on this plus icon.
Sure.
As many as you want, you can do it. If you want to delete it, just click on this crossbar.
Okay.
And go to the form and reload it. See here, the default value is Python. That is the use of default value. Python, Okta, ServiceNow. And the next one is cost. We have a currency field also. Can make it. Currency, cost. U underscore cost. And the default currencies are something like some dollars and Swiss currencies. You will get it here. We come here and reload it. You will get the cost, something like euros and CSF dollar. If you want, you can configure yourself also. That's what the cost. The next one, short description with length is 140. Short description is string. String width. It's already 910. Okay, that's fine. Short description. U underscore short underscore DES. The length is 140. Make it safe. But see here, if I go here, my short description is not good. So what I will do is, I just need to create one more section and remove that name, section name here, make it one column layout, and I will put my short description to be. Save it. And go and reload it. It is coming good. And the next one is quickly create a description with U underscore DES 1000. Make it mandatory also. Save. How the form look like. Reload. Okay, and start date finally. You can create a preferred language also, choice field, and put those values in the choice. You can try yourself. And start date. Start date is date field. I'll put under the course type. Save. I don't want to get into more. We'll stop from today.
This conference will now be recorded.
Any doubts? Any doubts?
Yeah, my question is this. For the number tab, if you don't allow it to like increase automatically, what happens? Do you have to like type in your number yourself or what?
Sorry, I did not get your question. Sorry.
Yeah, I said for the number tab, okay, that automatically generates the number.
Okay.
You know, back then you were like saying, yeah, like if you don't put it like to increase automatically, what happens?
Okay.
Do you have to like type in the number yourself for the case?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to type the number yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
But you can do some kind of a scripting also using the client scripts or some other rules. We can use it and we can do that. But if not that is the case, we have to do it manually.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, then I will wind up the call. If you have any questions, you can ping me in WhatsApp. I can help you. But without practice, don't come to the next class. Okay? But of course, that's your issue. But for the better practice to get the good knowledge in ServiceNow, please practice and come to the class. That's what my intention. There is no other intention from my end. Okay? Have a good day, everyone. See you on 16th, on Friday.
Yeah, thanks.